Holy moly. Wow. All right. The underlying energy is the Four of Wands. Why do we have that? Because of the Eight of Cups. Because we were looking at what we don't enjoy, what we don't like, what we don't really, and we just followed our hearts. Finances and career are also an issue in your relationship. It was a factor in your relationship. So for those of you that have money situations, and we just saw that Five of Pentacles, maybe struggling with the finances at this moment, that could be, this could be the reason, or this could be coming up. But at first glance, looking at this reading, with release your ex, and then we got the underlying energy being the Four of Wands and the Sun. This is about making space for obviously taking the steps forward. Because you guys, I feel like are wanting to get to the Four of Wands. Every time I see the Four of Wands come up as underlying energy, it may mean that you guys are not at a place of stability. You guys haven't reached that place where you guys are like, okay, great, let's move on to the next level. You guys are wanting to get to that point, but you're not there yet. I think some of you guys are struggling and fighting to get there. And you guys are finding it very difficult because you guys are not able to balance. You guys are not having a very balanced, cohesive, cooperative kind of joint effort here. And that can be difficult, especially if you're accommodating, if you're, willing to shape up and change and, adjust for your partner, but the other person ain't. Someone else is being super freaking stubborn. And you may think, okay, so what the hell am I getting out of this? What am I getting out of it by adjusting for this person, but this person is not willing to adjust for me? I feel like that's a lot of situations for you guys here. But the thing that I love the most about this reading is that what brought you two together is the Seven of Wands. You have gone through a lot of craziness already. Don't mean that the war is over, but you've gone through a lot. And that experience that you've gained from all those, all those conflicts, all those, battles, and even all the victories, you have a system that is in place, but it's used to protect yourself from the fights that come in instead of to push you forward, which is a sustaining energy. Every time I see the Seven of Wands, it's a sustaining energy. You're trying to protect something. You're using what you learned to protect instead of to push you forward. But that is why the challenge is the Sun. Because instead of using what you've learned to sustain, which is honestly not really helping you get to the Four of Wands, because you are not there yet, I feel. Some of you guys, you're not there yet. You just literally walked away from something you don't like. You're in that middle space. You already know what you dislike and what you are looking for in a relationship, well, what you don't want in a relationship. And now it's about getting to the place where you do know what you want in a relationship and getting yourself there, right? And having that Four of Wands. So you're in between the Eight of Cups and the Four of Wands, but in order for you to get there, you have to turn that Seven of Wands energy, that defensive energy, which is the information, the knowledge that you gain from past experiences, which is the conflicts, the imbalances, the understanding of the other person, getting through all that information and utilizing it to get to your destination, because you have the clarity here to get there. You know exactly what you need to do. But it's going to require you to use what you've learned in a way of offense, not defense. Time to go for it, not hold back, not protect. That's what boundaries are there for. And that's what, that's where the whole five of, that whole, stuff in the bottom, what I'm saying? With the Seven of Wands here, if you notice, he's swinging those wands down there, you already have you should already have a boundary system. Or you should have a boundary system to protect you, not you using what you learned to protect you. It's about, because take the knowledge that you learned from this energy from the bottom here that you've gone through already, with the advantage that you have standing out above all of this, and, utilize what you need to utilize from the knowledge that you know to create the boundary so you can continue, so you can use what you learned to go forward, not do the work that the boundary should be doing. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense, y'all. So let's get into it, right? Because I'm talking so much this time. So already, starting off with this person here, feel free to go to the side if it don't resonate. But we have the Page of Coins for this person on this side here. And this person is definitely, how they think into the relationship is that, yes, it's tedious. Not tedious, it's a lot of work. a lot of work that's not very fun, I think that this person does realize there's a lot of work that's needed to be done in order for them to actually start progressing and growing in a positive way. That they know that there's hard work that's going to be needed to be implemented into it. Hard work, no joking around, putting in real, concrete to make a really solid foundation. They're really understanding that. And I think that they know that it's not going to be the best time, but they understand that this is what they want to do, because this is where they want to invest their time and their energy. This is something that they want. Okay, I think also too, this person does see that this is something of great value to them, which is why they're not seeing this as like, oh, I don't want to do it. And they're like, okay, I understand that this is what I have to do, and I'm going to do it. It may not be exactly the funnest thing in the world, but I will do it because I understand that this is where I want to grow. This is where I want to be. This is the relationship that I want. And in order to get there, I have to put my heart and soul into it. I have to invest. I have to commit. I have to do my very best. I have to work on things. And of course, reshape perhaps, or, learn a new skill, or learn a new way of, growing something, or growing a relationship, especially. Way changing how I treat myself, or learning how to treat myself differently. Because this is a start. This is a brand new beginning. And this is a brand new start for this person. Even when it comes down to their very own behavior, their own routines, their own patterns, they're having to change that too. Or they're having to learn something new on top of what they already know. So this person on the other side, though, has got the Three of Wands. This person sees this relationship as exactly as they manifested it, exactly how they wanted it, because they expected it. This person is understanding that when it comes to this relationship, they have to... Actually, here's two things. This person definitely sees this relationship as exactly as they expected it to, because they didn't see anything differently. They understood what they were getting themselves into, and they were prepared for what's to come in. Now, at the same time, I do feel like this person here with the Three of Wands, they are realizing, they are looking at this relationship, and I kind of feel like this is you, Libra, but I'm not gonna say nothing. You didn't hear from me, but I feel like that you see this relationship, or this other person sees a relationship as the opportunity to manifest, to prepare themselves for something better, right? This is manifestation time for this individual, and they're putting in the work and preparing, and taking this opportunity right now with the dynamic of this situation, with the dynamic of this relationship already, taking this time to practice and to hone their skills, to prepare themselves for what they really do want, for what they're really expecting. So this relationship here is clearing the X, really, meaning like they're clearing away the energy that's not going to serve them, to have, to have the knowledge and the information that will prepare them for that Four of Wands that they really do want. So this is all, it's not practice, but this is definitely preparing for the bigger picture. And I don't think this is like, oh, this person is just using me to manifest their, another soulmate. No, that doesn't mean that. It can mean that this person is letting go of their old self to manifest a better relationship with the other person. You know what I mean? With you, or with the other person, like I said. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because this person has got the devil going on in the present. So they have some sort of situation here where I think they have some sort of, I don't know if they feel like they need something in the relationship from the other person, whether that is validation, whether that is attention, whether that's, love and care and TLC, whatever, right? I feel like this person does feel like they're connected to the other person, because the devil can mean that this is a very close bond, right? You have a connection with somebody, karmically. Usually, that's how I usually see it, because the devil can be a very karmic energy. It can discuss a karmic relationship. And usually when I see justice, I'm like, oh, damn, this is one karmic connection. But I feel like for the devil, it's not really karmic to that extent, but I also feel like this is somebody overcoming things that they've noticed are not in their power, or that's not really improving or promoting their individual selves. I feel like this person, I don't know if this person has codependency issues or anything like that, but this can bring up codependency. This can bring up addictions. This can feel like you're stuck or trapped in a situation where you're constantly stuck in a loop of feeling disempowered. This could also indicate this person is very, intimately inclined. Like this person really is feeling that energy. Okay, you got all wands in here too, so I'm like, this person may be feeling a lot of desire. But I feel like mostly this is about overcoming this parts of this, this is about overcoming the parts of us that we feel like we don't really have that much control over, we don't feel that much power of, really taking control back and really, taking our power back, right? By recognizing where we're giving it to in the first place. So this person is showing up as the devil, not really, maybe not balanced, or just kind of, not clingy. I mean, hopefully I don't know if this person is clingy, if this is someone else, or this could be like, this is someone that's like recognizing that their habits and behaviors are not getting them anywhere. They have to release why they're doing their behavior so that way they can have a new, which is why I said this person is seeing that they know they're preparing themselves for the Four of Wands, because they know that they have to release some things in order for there to be improvement. They have to find their power to use that power to get them here. So this person is fighting a good fight here, whatever this devil is for this person, because it doesn't have to be addiction, it doesn't have to be any of those things. It could just truly be that this person is having to take back their power somehow, some way, in some direction, because they've given it up, right? They've given that power away to someone or to something, and they're taking it back. So they're trying to empower themselves. I feel like this is when every time I see the devil, it's like this person is aware of it too. They're recognizing it because the sun is here. The sun is the challenge. And let's be honest, when the sun comes up as a challenge, it ain't really ever a challenge. Okay? The challenge is mostly when it comes to the sun. It's like you actually just accepting the fact that you can see what's going on. At the end of the day, the sun is just saying, hey, the challenge is that you are having a hard time realizing that the sun is shining on the path that you need to walk down in order to get to where you want to be. You know what's going on. You know what's happening. And yet there's defensiveness. There's nothing going on that you cannot handle. And the sun is saying, hey, there is really no challenge. In the sense of, the sun is not opposing itself on you. You're not like being blinded by the sun, unless the sun is like in your face saying, hey, just wake up, But the thing is, the sun is not a challenge here. I don't ever see the sun as a challenge when it comes to this. Why? Because the answers are right there. The answers lie right in front of you. There's no darkness. There's no shadows. Everything is coming to light. Even the devil's coming to light tonight. Everything. Every piece of it. Every piece. And it's all about just accepting it. Not necessarily just like allowing it and just being okay with it, but like realizing it, giving yourself a break and then going in and changing what you need to change or doing what you need to do to get to where you want to be. Because the sun is potential for happiness. It's potential because you have to take the steps to get there. You have to take the path that's illuminated at this moment to get to that happiness. The sun is not going to bring you that happiness. It's going to show you, it's only going to bring you the path from the darkness that it was hidden before. From where it was hidden before. It's up to you to take the steps necessary to get there. And I think that's why I'm like, I love the both of you guys, because you guys are aware of what you need to do to get you to this, Four of Wands. It's beautiful. The other person shows here the Six of Wands. Now, considering that I said this person has got to do some things, they realize there's going to be some work to get to this Four of Wands point. They understand that, they have to invest and put time in to really dedicate their efforts towards building their dream, right? Towards, the sun. And I feel like with the Six of Wands, this person is definitely, they're conquering pride at this point. They're looking at the standpoint of pride here. Where they're proud of what they've been doing, or what their pride is keeping them from being able to obtain. Because remember, what brought you two together was the Seven of Wands. You guys came together with the Seven of Wands together. right? What brought you two together was the Seven of Wands, what you are defending, and you're defending your pride. Well, this person is defending, is defending themselves through behavior that doesn't benefit them at all, that doesn't serve them for the purpose of getting to where they want to be. It serves them, but not for whatever the sun is trying to lead them to, whatever they're trying to manifest. It's not serving them in that direction. This person here has got a lot of pride going on, but it's of course as a defense mechanism. They are firm and they stand tall, and they're resistant to different things because of their pride. And it's because they do it to protect themselves. They do it to protect themselves. I know it's interesting, but you can't fault this person because this other person is doing things, like I said, have behaviors that may not be benefiting them towards what they're trying to manifest, as a protective mechanism too. Whether that's compromising too much, whether that's being codependent, whether that's having addictions. This person is defending themselves the best way that they know how to. It's the same way this person is too. So compassion has to be given to both parties. Love has to be given to both parties. That's the only way you're going to be able to let down those barriers and be able to push forward. You can't do it when somebody is like, well, you shouldn't be like this. No, you probably shouldn't if you want to get to where you want to be, but I understand. And the beautiful thing about you, Libras, is that you always see the other side. You're always open to the other side. You're always compassionate to the other side. But the thing is that you're not compassionate to yourself, and that's why this person's in your life right now. Because the compassion for themselves may not be. Somebody may not have compassion for themselves, which is why the other person's in this situation with you, not having a lot of compassion for themselves either. And in turn, showing that they don't care about the other person in the relationship, and that's not the case. Because this person is showing that they want to invest. Just like you want to invest. But when somebody's doing too much or doing too little or something's going on, it's because somebody's not being fair to themselves. Which is why both of y'all spirits planes are aces, ones. And what do I say? Ones are what? The self. The self. It's you. Where have you been unfair to yourself, Libra? Where have you not given yourself the love and the respect or the consideration, in your life? Because you do things to not, to prevent people from being hurt. You do things to make sure that the other person's considered. Always. You're always looking out for the other person. But this is about you now. And that's the only way you're going to be able to get to this Four of Wands, is being selfish. Is looking from your place of need, a place of want. You're taking care of that part of yourself by yourself. Even in the relationship. Of course, with that understanding, right, there's still going to be, you have to have balance in a relationship. Being considerate and loving on someone and showing care and kindness to each other. I feel like that's super important. But it comes from the self. It's like, again, all this information that you've gone through with those conflicts, you have all that knowledge there. You have the higher ground. You have to use that information for yourself to be able to push forward and therefore create boundaries along the way that will help you to enforce those protective energies, help to protect you and build a strong relationship with you and this person. But it starts by releasing your ex, which means releasing the old behaviors that haven't gotten you anywhere, that haven't really helped you feel like you're in power, that helps you feel strong. And don't worry about the other person, because this is about you right now. This is about getting you right. This is about making you feel good, making you feel powerful. Because this other person's got to do their own thing. You know what I mean? And the only way for this person to drop their boundaries, or drop their defensive energies, by you overcoming yours. It causes you to get all defensive. It causing you to feel like you have to protect yourself and consider yourself and doing things that maybe you don't even agree with. But you do it because you feel like you have to. And I want to make this extremely clear, Libras, because I'm a Libra myself, and this is triggering the shit out of me. But I'm going to make this very clear. This ain't a blame. This ain't no accusations. I'm not coming from a place of judgment. I'm not judging you, because I understand. Like I said, you've gone through some shit when you go through Seven of Wands. You go through some serious shit when you get the Nine of Wands, right? Because you're extremely defensive. You got those walls up so high, you're like, I don't know about this. but you're not giving up, but you're like, I don't know about this, you know? But the 7 of Wands, you have gone through enough stuff to feel like you have to protect yourself. So don't feel like this is a bad thing, because it ain't. Nothing here is bad. Everything's great. Everything's perfect. And you're exactly where you need to be. Because in order for you to get to this, you had to be here to know what you need to have to get to this. You get what I'm saying? Everything's a beautiful spiral that's connected and intertwines all the way back to the one. You know, all is one and one is all, you know, that kind of thing. Same situation. But you have to focus on the self. And it's weird that I'm saying self here when the Ace of Wands, talks about starting something, taking action, rekindling a fire, doing something, you know, taking action on a new beginning. Because the Ace of Wands is a new beginning that starts immediately, that you go ahead and take action towards, because you have so much of passion to get yourself started that you may as well just start now. And the Ace of Wands is a new perspective, is a new way of seeing things, is a new idea, is a new way of communicating. And I feel like this person does, maybe the situation has to do with this person's communication, this person's point of view, this person's perspective. That's changing for them, as well as this person, you know, for this person feeling more confident in them, in themselves. Getting in touch with their passions, being in touch with their authenticity and their creativity, connecting with the soul. And the reason why all these things are coming up is because this has brought you to a point where you have the opportunity to spark something fresh and powerful, and that obviously has a lot to do with you feeling confident in yourself, because you're aware of who you are and what you're capable of. And the same thing with this person, seeing that their pride can be a beautiful thing and not block the way and not prevent them from growing, by taking what they know and being proud of their actions, having pride behind their actions, because it's going towards what they've invested their time and effort towards, rather than standing in the way of what they're trying to manifest and cock blocking them. A new perspective. You know, I think they're understanding that they can be proud of the actions that they take, but not let this pride keep them from achieving more. Let that pride be the reinforcement for continuous good effort, and put steps forward that they can feel good about, but at the same time leaving them open to learning something brand new. So let's go ahead and take a look at your romance angels. Wisdom of the Oracle. How are you put your romance angels? Wow, and you guys have higher power last time, and you guys, I think last time, and you guys have Imagine now. Higher power is an awesome card because it does talk about your higher self, God, whoever you believe in has your back through every period of your life. And with Imagine coming up, it's talking about allowing yourself to see and envision a future that is beautiful and that's exactly to your liking. You're allowed to imagine a beautiful relationship. You're allowed to imagine having a wonderful business and aspiring to something really amazing and beautiful that you want, right? Even something that you want to be the first astronaut in your family or something. If you wanted to do, you have every reason and every right to imagine all these things, and you have every power, everything that you need right now to make all those things happen. You just have to recognize that you have that power, and if you need to, recognize why you don't see it, to give yourself that power back, to take it back. And also and even then, with the Six of Wands, with this person, it's like, you have done great things in your life. There's maybe some things that you're not proud of that you've gone through, whoever this is, but it's okay because you've overcome it. You've succeeded through the struggle. The Six of Wands is after the Five, which is conflict, which is turmoil, which is intense energy. You've overcome it, and you're proud. You should be proud of that. But because you've overcome all that change, don't think for a second that you're done, because you got so much more to learn. And this is why you have the Page here, because you're a child. Not you're a child, but that's a child. The Page of Wands is children. You have so much more growth ahead. That's a good thing, because that's more youth, that's more excitement, that's more things to experience. You got the Ace of Wands. That's so much more new ideas, new ways of thinking. You have a broad world. You have a world of so many different ideas and perspectives that, that can enrich in you. Just like you can enrich in them with what you know. So don't let what you've overcome keep you from achieving more or learning more, because there's so many beautiful things out there to learn and to share. The struggle ain't over, but you have to do it. It's okay to recognize that you've overcome so much. And you are, you're in a way better place than you were starting out, right? And it's okay to definitely recognize that. And it's okay to want more. It's okay to dream big. Because you have everything that you need right here, right now, to continue and to get yourself to those places.